Yeah, let's go. Welcome back to the show. Once again, as we cruise through the month of August, summer seems to be flying by, and we thank you for joining us. And as we always do, we begin the show by asking you the question, where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Welcome back to our split studios. This is Fantasy Baseball Now, episode 51. Here for our show, part of the ballline.com podcast network, joined by good buddy, Mr. Mike. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great, Sean. As we battle through Sean's allergies and woman problems tonight into episode 51, we will talk about where
I'll cut it out.
we will review our preseason bargain and do not draft list and I will issue a sincere apology to one player in specific. Sean was right. I was wrong. I'll admit that now. Plus start him, sit him. Plus go get him, cut him. That'll be very interesting. And then I'll look ahead to next week. But as always, please like us, smash the like button, follow us on ball9.com, YouTube, Spotify, wherever this podcast can be found, because I just got another tuition bill for the fall. And guess what? We're not monetizing the app yet. And it's
Good
a little, a GoFundMe, like, could we put a GoFundMe across the bottom of the screen, interactive? Like, if you like a comment that we make, you got to donate a quarter, like something like pay like a pay-per-view kind of thing. But then we'll sell to Paramount like a UFC, and it'll be a mess.
Fourth grade is free. I don't have to worry about that yet.
It is. Well, it's not, because you're paying school taxes, so it's technically not. But
good point.
It's technically not. But it's not private school tuition, so there's that.
No,
so it's technically not free. Never, don't misconstrue that.
This is true.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting week, right? So Tommy Pham decides he's going to fight the entire Blue Jays team last night. Pretty interesting. Trey Turner hit his 1,500 home run for the Phillies last night. I thought we would have heard more about that.
It's his first home run at home this year, right?
He got his 1,500 hit, and it was a home run. And on the screen at Citizens Bank Park, it said 1,500, and then below it said home runs.
Nice.
Like, I would have thought, first of all, he'd be rated way fucking higher in fantasy if he had 1,500 career home runs and like 3,900 career at bats. Like, 1,500 is a lot. I think it's a record by a lot.
How is the city reckoning with Zach Wheeler's injury? That's not a good thing.
I will tell you that I saw a tweet from Jacob Wheeler, his brother, last night. That was very, very sincere, and the really thanking Phillies fans for the outpouring of support. There's still rumblings that he's going to pitch before the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah, that it's not one of those tissue issue or tendon issue or structural issues. It's just a blood clot, and they removed it quickly. Like, he went on the IL on Sunday, and on Monday he had surgery. So they're very deep. Though Aaron Nola came back off the DL, and he was right in the same form that he was in before he went on the DL, because he was shit. He got smoked. I mean, he's still the second worst pitcher in his family based on ERA compared to his brother. He is shot. But he may figure it out. But Christopher Sanchez has been lights out. Ranger Suarez has been lights out. Jesus Lazaro has been really, really good. Taijuan Walker's been really good for them. Like, above average for him, where you're just like, all right, Taijuan Walker starting, we got to get 5 because we got to get. He'll give us 4. He's been really good. The bullpen's shorn up, and obviously with Duran and David Robertson looks good. Maggie went to the Sunday game in DC, the 11 o'clock breakfast beers and hot dogs game, the Roku game, and she said it was half the game was EAGLES chants. She said it was like she said it was like going to a Phillies home game. It turned into a softball game, but they're playing good ball. They're playing really good ball. Their offense is starting to click. Schwarber hit another bomb tonight. Bryce Harper hit became the first player at Citizens Bank Park to hit 2 440-foot plus home runs in the same game. I don't think that's accurate because I saw Ryan Howard hit 3 in a game, and he hit 2 off the facing of the batter's eye brick wall in dead center field, and that's like 480. So I don't think that's accurate, but he's starting to hit. The offense is starting to click. If they score enough runs, they can withstand Wheeler being out. But in the playoffs, he's 1A. He's a one guy, and his playoff success is almost better than his regular season success. So I don't think it's a career-ending thing. I don't think it's one of those things that but I think for right now we're in the push, right? Now we're in the whatever it takes. I got to do whatever it takes to stack up wins to get in the playoffs and head-to-head, or to pile up points in some way, shape, or form in Roto. Him being out, when you can count on a 1-ish whip, but sub-3 ERA and 8 to 12 strikeouts a night, and in a 2-start week not having him, that's really hurtful. That really hurt.
Hey, before we get to the segment, I have to share this with you. My son Liam did not see the Lost podcast, banned by the internet, where we addressed the Savannah Bananas and
the crazy train issue,
the Crazy Train edition, and I expressed my disdain for the Savannah Bananas.
You did.
Don't get it, but I'm now a banana. What do they call them? Banana fanatic. When your kid comes out of his summer program, having made this project for you,
it's a diorama,
and asks you to display it in your office, which it will go to tomorrow. I'm now a banana guy, whatever they call it.
The only flip-flop that's worse than you is that giant fucking flip-flop in the Mets dugout, whatever that is. It's working well because they've lost like 40 out of 43. So that's going, the flip-flop can probably go.
Gotcha.
So I watched the Bananas and the Chicago Fire Saturday night game. I did not see the Mark Burley pitch game when he came out of that game and said, I'm not going to be able to wipe my ass with my left hand for a week, but it was so much fun. When Paul Konerko came up to bat, and that place, whatever, Rate Field, Jesus God almighty, Rate Field, formerly Comiskey, formerly Cellular One, formerly whatever it was. I don't remember what it was called when I was there. That place went insane.
Yep.
And I think you just have to look at it as there is baseball skill.
Well, there has to be some skill. Sure.
I mean, but like the trick play thing and like that's all really, it's fun. But when they show the crowd and the number of kids, they're in that crowd, and that's why I said it's like the Globetrotters. And they had 46,000 for 2 nights in Chicago, and tickets are $200, man.
That's crazy.
You can't get a seat.
Look, their marketing firm is elite to sell that.
Their marketing firm is the owner of the Bananas. Like, he's the guy.
I mean, I don't get it, but hey, it worked.
They lost money for 3 years, and then all of a sudden it clicked, and there is nothing. There's nothing hotter in sports than the Bananas. Nothing.
It's just insane.
There's nothing hotter in sports. Like, nothing is an automatic sellout, no matter how big the venue is, than the Bananas.
Even hotter than our preseason picks?
Well, they're definitely hotter than our preseason picks because it's a good.
I stand by them.
That's a good.
I stand by every one of them.
That's a good segue. So we did.
I stand by every single one of them.
Pre-draft, we did preseason bargains. So it's a good time to look in and see how we did. This might explain. I will say, because you were busy with the bananas diorama and you didn't look in the shared drive. And I loaded this, and I had to show this to you in the production meeting while you were wheezing or whatever you had going on there.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Allergic to winning, I think, is what.
I'm gutting it out.
I'm grinding.
A lot of grit and moxie going into episode 51 here.
As I did this, I'm like, it's little wonder that we are where we are in the standings of the TSBF.
Look, we
It
went through
answers
it
a
last
lot of
week.
questions.
I've had a train wreck of a season from day one of the off season last year. So
Yeah, well, this isn't going to make you feel better.
Great.
Like, you might want to drop a Sudafed before we do this, because this is not going to make you feel any better. So we'll go to preseason bargains. And obviously injuries have a toll in these current rankings, and the NFBC ADP at the time we did this, they adjusted a little bit because I looked at them the other day versus the current CBS ranking, and the disclaimer of the current CBS ranking is 9999 is it did not pitch in the majors this year. So we both had two of those. I had Bubba Chandler. You had Jared Jones.
I'm getting a pass on Zach Geloff. That was malpractice by the athletics training staff. So I get a buy on that one.
Well, I mean, but like, think about just your bargains. Reagan's hurt. Westberg hurt. Santander hurt. Green hurt. Kaiser sucks. Lugo, Geloff hurt. Schmidt still at 384, but hurt. Parker, like, mine is worse. Like, mine is actually worse when we look at it. Like, Hunter Green, I mean, Cody Senga was hurt, but like Parker Meadows, like, nice job. I mean, Trevor McGill, I was kind of right, I guess. Spencer Arrighetti, he came off the DL, not good. His three starts are bad. Christian Encarnacio Strand in the minors. Lars Nootbaar, Evan Carter, about where they should be. Luzardo, I was right. Thairo Estrada, no. Chris Martin, right where he was supposed to be, because I thought he was going to be the closer. He's not.
No.
I mean, like, if you're two guys, actually three, because Naylor was definitely lower ranked than I would have had him. Like, Naylor would have been a bargain for me.
Yeah. I thought Naylor was a top 60 player going.
But when we go to the do not draft, I will issue a heartfelt apology to one player on your list.
I'll give one on my list too, Mr. DeGrom and his family, and I'm happy for him that I was wrong.
Yeah, let's go to the do not draft list.
I hate it when good players get hurt. It's a shame.
Let's go to the do not draft list. I mean, Freddie Freeman's on fire right now. You were right. William Contreras on fire. Who isn't on the Brewers? Yeah. I mean, Michael Harris, you were 100% right. DeGrom, he's about where they said he was going to be.
Yeah.
Hader's injured now. CJ Abrams is a tick up. We were both wrong on him for sure. You were wrong on Altuve. You were wrong on Fried, though recently his last 8 starts, no bueno. Glasnow was hurt. Volpe's was. I mean, Bogarts we both had Bogarts. He's about where he's supposed to be. Like Alexis Diaz, I was way right on him. Crochet, I was way wrong. Way wrong. George Kirby, I just traded him, so I was right.
Well,
Helsley getting traded, I was right.
He didn't pitch for a long time. I mean,
no, he's hurt he started late.
Yeah.
I mean, Luis Robert, I was probably wrong on in the hindsight. Nola, I was clearly right. He's awful. Glasnow was hurt, but he's great now. But Bo Bichette, Bo and the entire Bichette family, I apologize. I sincerely apologize. I apologize. I'm sorry. I was wrong. You're having a great year. You're at 82 RBIs after, like, including tonight. You're hitting around 300. You're back where you were 2 years ago. Good timing because it's a contract year. I was wrong. I was way wrong on Bo Bichette. And I had multiple opportunities to draft Bo Bichette in multiple leagues, and I took him in none. And with the exception of TSBF, where I have Zach Geloff, and I wouldn't trade Zach Geloff for Bo Bichette, I was wrong. I was way wrong on him. And we were probably wrong on Bogarts because
I can defend that. I still don't think what he.
I wouldn't take him. I wouldn't trade for him or take him in a minute, but he hasn't been as terrible as we thought he was going to be.
I don't get what he brings. He doesn't bring anything to the table in fantasy. He just doesn't.
Not really.
He's okay.
Not really.
Well, guess what? If you have a lot of guys on your team that are okay, you're down in the murkiness of you're the league. You're with me in the standing.
No. If you have a lot of guys that are
okay, so maybe I had too many guys that just absolutely sucked. We'll call it that. Mike, I don't know if you can hear me. You're frozen. We'll see if he can get it back.
Ryan paid the
there he is.
He's back. I look. Hold on. And I'm back.
Better. Very good. Good recovery.
Have to check in on the owner and see if he paid the StreamYard subscription. Possibility he didn't. I think the one I feel the best about is the one I feel the best about on my Do Not Draft Blitz is Alexis Diaz because he was way overdrafted. Yeah. Way overdrafted in every league because no matter what everybody was saying, people were still drafting him as if he was going to be the closer.
Yeah.
And he's getting – it's like when they look at the bullpen in Los Angeles right now, it's Kiki Hernandez or Alexis Diaz. Which one are you going to bring in?
Let me ask you, go back to Nola. You were talking about him a few minutes ago.
Oh, my God.
Why is he so bad? Is his arm just shot? Is he confidence? Is it just he's done?
I'm shocked.
He's having a bad year and he got hurt.
It'd be hard to believe that it would be confidence with him because he's been like you look at his postseason starts. His postseason starts are fantastic. So it's clearly not a lack of confidence. It's just he just right. To quote my Philly brethren, he's like he just fucking sucks right now. He just can't get people out. And it's he always had, which has always been an enigma with Aaron Nola. He's always had the one inning where you're like, damn, like this guy would be a Cy Young contender every year if he didn't have the one inning. Now the one inning is 7 runs, 6 runs, 5 runs, and out of the game, like completely loses it out of nowhere. So I don't know what it is with him. I don't have the faintest idea. But that now
I like the Ozuna pick.
Yeah, that he's starting to hit recently, but actually that whole team started to hit recently. They're scoring a lot of runs right now. But like the censure for that was when they were trying to trade him at the All-Star break and they couldn't get anybody to take him.
Yeah.
That shows you. DeGrom has not been classic, 12 strikeout, 6 inning Jacob DeGrom, but Jacob DeGrom's been really, really good this year.
He has. And I think I said when we did that show, I wanted to be wrong about that because I do enjoy watching him pitch. I want to just call up his stats real quick. And I'm glad to be wrong on DeGrom.
Well, based on ADP, you're not, but based on eyeball and based on his current stats,
correct.
He's been better. He's certainly been better than, and he back.
You're getting a little wonky on us again.
He's not throwing
Now, DeGrom, what's that?
hard. He's pitching, and he's been pretty effective. And Lexus, because between Evaldi and now you're from, and between the Evaldi and DeGrom, top of the rotation has been pretty good there, and Leiter's
They're
been
going to
pretty
skip
good.
him tomorrow. They're skipping DeGrom tomorrow with a possible shoulder fatigue.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
They just announced that 3 hours ago. Let's hope it's nothing. Look, he's gotten through the year pretty well. I mean, I'm happy for the guy. Here's his numbers. I didn't think he would sniff 150 innings. He's at 140. So
yeah,
my bad, but I'm happy.
He's going to end up at 175 if they stay in it.
Well,
I mean, they're still lurking, but they're sinking like a stone.
They're going the wrong way.
Yeah, definitely going the wrong way. And if they fall out of it, they may shut him down. I wouldn't be surprised if they shut him down at all. Slide John Gray into the rotation for a little bit just to save him for next year, but he's been pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I mean, C.J. Abrams, the fact that he's rated higher than his ADP, and I have him in 2 leagues, he's a pretty frustrating player to have on your team.
Yeah, I haven't owned him in a couple of years.
I mean, he piles up, but I mean, he could give you an 0 for 13 and then a 7 for 13 in back-to-back weeks, and he's a little frustrating to say the least. I mean, DeGrom's a .93. He's .93 WHIP, and he's still a strikeout an inning, so he's not a 1.5 K per inning guy anymore.
Yep.
And the 2.76 ERA, and he started 24 games. So you can't, like, how do you argue with the year he's had? Michael Harris, I would have agreed with Michael Harris 100%. And until the last 5 days, he's been on the bubble. He's been on the bubble of not being rostered.
Well, I think he's been overblown for years. He's red hot right now, but
it's scorching hot right now.
Yeah, I said it back in March or February, whenever we did this show. I don't get the love. It's because the production doesn't match it.
No, it doesn't.
And I want to go to the Contreras thing. He's on fire too.
Well, they all are.
But again, I go back to, I don't think any catcher should be taken in the ranked in the top 24. I just don't.
You don't win 31 out of 30. Everybody being on fire.
Yes.
Like when I was doing Who's Hot, the first 6 candidates were Brewers. they were. Yelich on fire, Terang on fire, Frelick on fire, Contreras on fire. I mean, like Andrew Vaughn, good God.
Yeah, right. Uncle Ted, how are you, buddy?
Dylan Beavers debuted last night. Yeah, now's the time. Like now's the time to pay close attention to Orioles offensive players.
I grabbed Basalo in our head-to-head league when he came up.
Beavers went quick. Let's go to Who's Hot, because here's 2 names that neither of us would have thought we would have been talking about.
You go ahead and lead off.
Well, Hurston Waldrop, I feel like the Braves just churn pitching out whenever they feel like it. He's made 3 starts, and in those 3 starts, he's 17 2/3. He's 3-0 those 3 starts, 17 Ks, so he's a K an inning guy. 9 ERA, He's still only 65% owned, and he's only 38% started. Like, how do you not start a guy that's that hot? Like, it's roll the dice time. Like, you can't take. There's no. I don't think this guy's going to be any good. Like, we're in the 6-week period where every fucking stat in Roto counts, and you can't overthink shit right now. You gotta absolutely go like all in on guys and stop worrying about. I don't like the matchup. You know what? It's counting stats in Roto, and if you get a -4 start in a 2-start week and a +8, you still got 4. Still got 4. Well, we'll get to Owen. We'll get to Owen Cassie, Ted. Don't worry about that. He's on. He's here. We're getting there. Like
Lennon Sosa.
What the heck?
Lennon Sosa. How is he only owned in 46% of leagues? Started in 38. He's close to, if depending on your eligibility limits, he's dual position eligibility, but second base has just a dearth of talent. I mean, I don't know how he's owned in so few leagues.
No idea.
He had a 17th homer last night, tacked on 4 RBIs in their win last night.
Yes, 17 home runs.
He's ranked 24th in CBS the last 21 games, 286, 8 homers, 16 RBIs during that stretch. How is he on people's waiver wires? I don't get it. And I wanted to put Steven Strider back on my who's not list, but we've kind of picked on him a little bit, mostly because he sucks.
Yeah, I was definitely wrong about him.
So I didn't want to add him for the second time in just a few weeks here. But Lennon Sosa.
Sosa's got 50. He's got an RBI tonight as they're hammering the Braves. He's hitting 274. He's got 55 RBIs, and nobody knows boo about this guy.
Yep.
Because he plays for the White Sox.
Nick
Pivetta, plus 1,500 to win the Cy Young. He should be plus 8,500 to win the Cy Young. With Wheeler getting hurt, the NL Cy Young just got opened up. And then the Who's cold. You know, Ted, I know you love PCA. If he didn't go 3 for 3 on Friday and have a couple of hits over the weekend, PCA would have kicked Jackson Holliday off this list. Jackson Holliday's last 21, he's 178 with a homer, 6 RBIs. He's at a 10-run scored, but he's 71% rostered, and I get second base is a mess. But this would be a good week to go grab Lennon Sosa, sit Jackson Holliday, and let him figure it out. Like, you can't be in love with guys right now. You just can't. Like, every roster move every week, Sunday, Monday, whatever your period is, like, you can't be emotional right now. You got to be totally practical about guys in your lineup on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah. Now here's one, and that's part of what my thought process with Suarez, who, by the way, has 3 hits and 2 RBIs tonight. About time. He's a hard guy to bench. He's still started 94% of leagues. He's so streaky. And the year he had in Arizona, he's been a disaster since getting to Seattle.
His OPS was 100 going into Monday since he got
What's
traded.
That?
His OPS since he got traded was 100. Yeah. 100.
His last 21, batting a paltry 147.
Not good.
A couple homers, 7 RBIs, had 2 more tonight, give him 9. But wow, he was supposed to go to Seattle and elevate that team, and he has been a disaster. I still think he's going to hit. I still think they're going to win the division. But man, if there was one guy at the trade deadline that you thought was going to go anywhere and just keep doing what he was doing, I think it would have been him.
And Josh Naylor has, but it did elevate the lineup. Well, it did elevate the lineup because Crawford and Rodriguez have gone. Rodriguez especially has gone off since that trade.
That's the residual part of him being there, and that's fine. but you can't hit 147.
No, it's
No,
not good.
that's his average on the season is 237. If he's hitting 237, that's great.
Yeah, but he always hits 237. But he's going to 237
Exactly.
with 35 home runs and 85 to 95 RBIs. Then that's your third baseman. Ted's right.
Yeah.
You're right or die with him.
Yeah, he'll be fine, but wow. But guys like him are a problem because you can't bench him.
Well, plus who's gonna be your third baseman?
Yeah.
Bryce Lewis, who I'm riding or dying with, who's starting to turn it around. Thanks for that a little bit. He had a good week. And there you go, Ted. I did this on Sunday before he went off, and he has another RBI in game 2 tonight. The Kyle Tucker doldrums have benefited Owen Cassey majorly. And this is his 4th game tonight. He homered in game 1. But at Iowa, he was in 93 games. He was 289, 22 homers, 52 RBI, 69 runs. He has a 955 OPS, which is really good because he had 25 doubles as well. I mean, a 25% K rate in AAA is a little concerning, but like Suzuki, not really going great right now. Kyle Tucker's really not good right now.
No.
PCA until the last couple days. He had one hit in August until Friday. One hit in August until Friday.
Yeah, that's why my head-to-head team is in a nosedive. Thanks.
Not good at all. Hap's been in and out of the lineup. Like they need a jolt, and he's giving them the jolt. And Moisés Ballesteros is probably right behind him, and especially with Amaya getting hurt again, like right off the DL. I mean, maybe he'll catch some with Kelly, and maybe he'll DH when he's not. And they'll figure. And they got Tyone back tonight, who's pitching pretty well against a Brew Crew, and they're up 2-1 in game 2. So that I don't want to say it's desperation time for the Cubs, but they need to. They can't slide because the Reds are coming, and your guys a lot to do. Your guys a lot to do with that.
Yeah, that was call the athletic offices and say, hey, who are you giving away that can help us? Andujar has had a regular presence in that lineup, which is actually the one thing that surprises me about him in Cincinnati, because it seems like they have too many guys and not enough positions, but he's hitting 307 this year. 9 home runs. You could do better than that. He's 73 games, 36 RBIs, but he's contributing for the Reds. I mean, the A's just gave him away.
Well, he's got a lot of his RBIs, like as a percentage of his RBI since he's been traded, it's pretty high with the Reds.
Yeah, he sat out yesterday, but he's been a regular, like I said, a fixture in the lineup, eligible at third base and outfield. You could do a lot worse than Miguel Andujar on your team. I mean, he's playing great, and the Reds they're the team. I think I was on WOFX radio here in Albany yesterday, and I was asked about the Mets. I was asked about the Mets and what I think for their playoffs, and I said I think the Mets are in big trouble. I think the Reds are better than them, and they're right on their heels.
Yeah, Ted, we both agree. We were both all over Jacob Marseille last week.
Yep.
And then he rewarded us by having a 7 RBI game, like literally as we were going off the air.
Yes. Yeah, let's get those graphics back from last week and extol our virtues for that.
Let's start talking about how we were right. Bieber starts on Friday for the Blue Jays. Roki can't get strikeouts in AAA, so he's concerning to me. Ryan Weathers will be back soon, and the Marlins are not quitting. Good for them. There's still 12,000 people showing up, but they're a fun team. They're a really fun team. Just the Yankees are in a rain delay in their southern home stadium.
Having trouble
And
with our
great.
comment section.
We've not been great. We've not been great with the cut 'em, not even a little bit. I mean, I did resurrect Justin Verlander's career, but I have a lot of confidence in these two. I have a lot of confidence in these two choices.
Well, can't blame the allergies. We'll call a faulty internet on that.
We are. We're gonna blame the Verizon switch. I mean, Adrian Hauser, since he got traded to the Rays, and he's never going to strike out a bunch of guys. That's never going to happen. But in 3 starts, covering 15 and 2/3, he's lost 2 of the 3 starts. He's got a 5.17 ERA and a 1.60 WHIP, and he's been like ineffective isn't even the right word. As good as he was for the White Sox, and it's like the White Sox. Like if a tree fell in the forest, and would anybody hear it? If you're good for the White Sox, does anybody know? But he's been like, and he's still 46% rostered. Like he shouldn't be rostered at all.
I had him in my active lineup for some of that carnage in 2 leagues.
Terrible. Just terrible. And I picked him up for a minute this week because I was shuffling after a couple of trades. After I helped the demise of the big man from Massachusetts by trading him Brandon Woodruff, who's been tonight. And then your guy, Jesus.
My guy, your catcher, somehow is still
not anymore.
32% of leagues in CBS. He has ceded his position in the lineup to Ben Rice. Mostly that 206 batting average. He sucks. Yeah, 15 homers is nice from a catcher. That's great, and that's average at best. But he's terrible.
He's not. I mean, he's had a 1 for. In the last 2 months, I think he's had like a 1 for 38 and a 1 for 28. And you just can't try to homer every at bat.
Is
like
that
at
what
some point in time, like and part of me thinks it's philosophically with the Yankees. And Boone being Boone is like, we score runs a lot of ways. You know what? You got more home runs than anybody in the fucking league. You score more runs on home runs than anybody. Wells is a phenomenal defensive catcher. He's got a plus arm behind the plate. He calls great games. But when Judge was out, they couldn't afford to have a hole in the lineup. They couldn't afford to have 2 holes in the lineup with Judge being out. And now they're moving Rice around a little bit, and Rice playing a little first base, DHing, catching. I mean, I guess I'd rather have two capable catchers than none. But aside from defensively, he's not even really capable right now. He's certainly not somebody who should be in your lineup. Good God.
Yeah. No.
You never know if he's going to play.
That's inherently the problem with a lot of these guys. But
well, that's here we are, right? It's August 18th. We've got 6.5 weeks left of the regular season. You got to set your lineup every week, and it's not hunch time. It's not emotion time. It's like, look at it. I got a chance to win. I'm going to 2 start pitchers, and we'll get to that, and we're going to get to that in just a second. Like in the go get them. Oh, I didn't have I had Cam Schlitter originally before I had Owen Cassie because he's got 2 starts next week, and I'm starting him. I'm picking him up and starting him next week.
Yeah.
If he was available in our league, I would grab him and throw him in my lineup next week. And at this point, who you cutting? In a dynasty league, you're not cutting players that are going to be saved, so you're not losing anything.
Yep.
And you just yo-yo roster moves. If you're trying to gain in standings, you're just yo-yoing roster moves. So I do have Cam Schlitter on here, and there he is.
There he is.
And there he is. You offered me the opportunity to take the Yankees instead of the Red Sox, and then I looked at the Rangers schedule for next week.
Yep.
Like, I watch an inordinate number of Angels games. I don't know why. Probably because I have a bunch of them on my teams, and then they're on late at night, so I tend to watch them. And I think their announcing crew's pretty good, so I tend to watch them. There's a lot of runs scored in Angels games, a lot.
Yeah,
like a lot. And then going to Sacramento for 3 games, you know that. I mean, I don't care how bad the Rangers' offense has been; they're going to score some runs there, no matter what. Yeah, no, Ted Nolan McLean for sure. Start 1 was great. He may save the Mets season because certainly Clay Holmes and Cody Senga are not, and that bullpen's not. But I like the Rangers matchup. I like the obviously like the Yankees matchup better next week. The Nationals are giving up runs like they're giving shit away. Right
now. The Yankees were the obvious one. You got the Nats and then the White Sox for 4. It's a 7-game week. I liked Boston too, at Baltimore, Pittsburgh at home. But yeah, the Yankees, they got right when Minnesota came to town last week, though Joe Ryan beat them. St. Louis has folded in the towel. I know the Yankees had a tough stretch when they were struggling, and boy, did I enjoy it, and hope it comes back really soon. But I did hear that the schedule was going to soften up for them, and it certainly is, and now they're reaping that. I think next week is a bad week, 5-2.
Yeah, I saw the next 12. Like the after that they've got, I don't remember who it is, but if they don't go, and the next 11, if they don't go 9-2, I'm going to be not happy.
Yeah, I mean they should. Next week should be a 6-1 week. Should be 7-0. You could have that
you know how stuff goes.
Oh, the Rockies beat the Dodgers last night, so anything's possible.
Yeah, the Rockies beat the Dodgers 4-3 in Colorado. Dodgers not good. Tanner Scott though going to rehab. Their back of their bullpen is going to get fixed soon.
And then Lucas Giolito. You talk about comebacks. There's a lot of comeback stories this year that are nice. He's better than I ever thought he could be.
Well, the fact that he makes it through the first inning is better than either of us would have ever thought he was going to be, because
did I mock the Red Sox and their fans for when I heard Lucas Giolito was in their rotation? I'm like,
oh yeah, we did. We both did. You especially.
And I would do it again. But he's you get me next year, and I'm going to go right back on that horse, because now you've milked that cow for all they got.
Yeah.
Right. But Orioles and Pirates to go with it.
Yeah, the only pause I take when teams are playing the Pirates is their starting pitching's been really, really good. So it's usually it's either 15-2 or 3-2.
Okay.
And I don't like offenses matching up against the Pirates. I like pitchers matching up against the Pirates. They don't score runs to save their butt. And I like Schlitter against the Nationals and against the White Sox next week in that matchup, because he's been quietly pretty damn good. Like, he's not going to give you 7, but he gives you 5 really solid innings. And he strikes out and he does he does have a start now and then where he struggles with location, but when he's got location, he strikes a lot of guys out. And he's been a little bit of he's been a Clark Schmidt from 3 years ago, or where'd this guy come from? And he's been pretty damn good. And good question, Ted. That's a great. That's a phenomenal question. They committed when Nola came back to go to a 6-man rotation. And if they're going to fully commit to a 6-man rotation, he'd be the logical guy to call up to keep that. Certainly, you want to go for as many days in between Aaron Nola starts as you possibly can right now. You don't want to trot him out there every 5th day because that's just take the L and move on. I mean, I would hope so. I mean, it's just the same thing as like one of the Pirates calling up Bubba Chandler. Like, what are we doing here? Like these guys, August 15th has come and gone. I know you got to manage at bats. I know we want to win a AAA championship. Who gives a shit? Like you're trying to win Major League Baseball games. And maybe the Pirates care, but the Phillies don't care about whether Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs have a great end of their season or not. They could care less. They got a chance to win the World Series this year.
Speaking of the Pirates, I think it's time for you to offer and apologize to Jack Sawinski. He has 2 hits.
No.
He has 2 hits in his last 7 games. He's hit 167 in the last week. It raised his batting average up to 131.
Yeah.
He homered.
That's a good segue. Let's talk about expansion. Let's add some more AAA guys to Major League Baseball rosters that can't play Major League Baseball. Forget about the realignment, which just makes my head split wide open. But like
he homered that day you were on the beach.
75 to 100 guys that shouldn't be in the major leagues right now. He's one of them.
He homered that day. He homered that day you were on the beach scaring the shit out of everybody in Delaware about 10 days ago. And I texted you, and I'm like, I figured you were just in such shock that you never responded to that. But come on, I mean, the guy's got 2 hits in his last 7 games. I mean, that's last 7 days.
Let's see if he's added to that total tonight because he's in a lineup. He's 1 for 3. He's up to 137, a robust 137. And on top of that, Jesus Christ, and not even like on top of that, he's not a great outfielder. Like we're not talking about Jose Siri, who's a +2 defensive run saves guy. We're talking about a pedestrian left fielder who can't hit.
He's in his age 27 season. Give him a break.
Yeah, well, guess what? He failed that badly. He definitely failed that badly. I mean, he's up to 7 RBIs. He's fucking playing every day. 137, 7 RBIs. That's a left fielder for the Pirates. Ben Cherington's still employed. Bob Nutting, who I've now renamed Bob Nothing, just doesn't care about winning baseball games.
Yep.
He just doesn't care.
All right. That's your Jack Sawinski update.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for helping with that. Pirate fans everywhere are going to be thrilled that his name wasn't mentioned with something like tied to the front of a train and driven out of town. Just you got to be kidding me. Like, how do you have a 137 hitter as your full-time left fielder? And as I commented to one of my friends on Twitter, Pirate fans, they said he must have pictures of Ben Cherington, and I said no, he's got pictures of Bob Nutting that he got from Ben Cherington. He's got a double blackmail going on to still be on a major league team.
Sweet.
Not good.
All right. So next week
we reset. We try to figure out must trade deadline. That might be the one.
Okay.
Schwarber homered again tonight.
Yep.
Wow. You know what the fun fact I want to tell you as we look at pitchers for next week? When I saw is it Jack Parker for the A's on Friday night against the Angels? 23 pitchers this year with him have had their career high in strikeouts against the Angels this year.
Really?
Yeah. That's
Wow.
good information. 2 start pitchers against it. Like you got the Angels and you got guys on your bench and you're chasing strikeouts. You need to activate anybody pitching against the freaking Angels because guess what? They strike out a lot. They score a lot of runs, but they strike out a lot. Oh, and Taylor Ward, sorry. I was wrong about you too with your 91 RBIs.
Uncle Ted going political. There we go. That's a good way to end.
Ted, great content tonight, Ted. Thank you.
Thanks for bringing it, Uncle Ted. All right. We will catch y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. I'm guessing Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern time.
In the East.
In the East.
Peace.
All right. We out.